So for this demo, I'm going to show you the integration of Maya for one of our clients who specializes in trips to the northern countries. So as you can see, they've enabled two features. One is answering questions and the other is giving trip recommendations. So let's start with the second option. In this case, Maya is proactively asking questions, starting with where do we want to go? And in this case, I'm going to pretend that I don't know where I want to go. I just know that I want to go and see the Northern Lights. So I'll mention that. You can see on the right-hand side, we immediately start getting trip recommendations. They start off a lot more generic, but as we start answering questions and giving more input, they become much more tailored to what we're looking for. So Maya's asking if there's any particular country or region where we want to see the lights. And as I mentioned, I'm not sure yet, but you can see that on the right-hand side, the trips have already adapted to what we're looking for, and they're all offering trips to see the lights in lots of different destinations. So we can even just take a browse through and see what they've got. Iceland looks exciting, so let's go with that. Would we like to visit in summer or winter? For the sake of the lights, we'll go with winter. And the trip recommendations will get updated to offer all trips to Iceland in the winter where we can see the Northern Lights. You can see Maya's asking if we would like a specialist to contact us or if we want to share more information to immediately get better recommendations. So from here, I could either click directly into a trip that would take me onto a page that gives more information about the trip and would allow me to book directly on the website. Or I can share more information in the chat to see if we can get those recommendations even more tailored to what I'm looking for. Or we can ask Maya to put us in touch with a specialist who will get back to me to see if there's anything in particular that I want and try and create a more personalized itinerary based on what I'm looking for. So in this case, I'm going to ask to be put in touch with a specialist. Just leave my name and my email address. And you can see that Maya has now saved my information and will pass it on to a specialist who will be in touch. So you can see it does follow a predefined flow of questions, but we don't always have to follow it in the same way. It can be flexible. So I can show you another quick example. So let's say we're looking for a trip again. And this time I'll pretend that I do know where I want to go. So in this case, I'd like to go to Canada. Summer or winter, let's go summer this time. And again, Maya's asking if they want me to be putting in touch with a specialist or if I want to share more information. So in this case, I'm going to share more information to see if we get better recommendations. So let's go with a road trip. So Maya will continue asking questions like when we're planning to go, say June, and also who we'll be traveling with. So I'm going to say with my partner. And you'll see that the trip recommendations are now much more specific to what I'm looking for, featuring trips where we are traveling by motorhome or a 4x4. Now, as well as giving trip recommendations, Maya will also answer questions. And this information to answer the questions is taken directly from the content on the website. So say, for example, I was going on that trip to Iceland and I wanted to know if I would need a 4x4. I simply ask, will I need a 4x4 to travel inland Iceland? And what's happening now is Maya is scanning the content on the website, articles, trips, blogs, to try and find the accurate information to answer the question. And it's different to the type of answer you would find on Google or from ChatGPT, for example, because it really takes the company's recommendations into account when giving the answer. So you can see that Maya's come back to us saying that if we plan to travel in Iceland, it's recommended to have a 4x4 because of the different terrains, the need to cross rivers, and to ensure a more adventurous experience, a 4x4 is recommended. If we came to Maya with a question that they didn't have the information for on the website, then she would simply get back to us and say that she doesn't know. So let's ask the same question in the Netherlands. Now, this company doesn't have any trips or information about the Netherlands. So Maya will still try and scan the website trying to find the information, but she won't be able to. And as you can see, she gets back and tells us that she doesn't have any information and asks us whether we want to be put in touch with a specialist who may be able to help with our question. So as you can see, by implementing Maya into your website, you can inform travelers, you can inspire travelers, you can answer questions 24/7, you can ultimately reduce the workload of your specialists and drive more conversions. So if you want to learn about how Maya could suit you and your company, please get in touch. We would love to hear from you.